So we got asked a question, why don't African football players give their shirts away to fans like they do in Europe? And how much money do teams even make from shirt sales? Here's a quick take that breaks down how it works. First, you have to understand how kit deals work. In a nutshell, kit deals are similar to licensing deals. The kit manufacturers such as Nike, Adidas or Puma strike a deal to supply the football team with merchandise in exchange for being able to use the club's badge, trademark and players to sell replica shirts. For their part, the club gets an upfront fee, a supply of shirts and merchandise for players and staff to wear, as well as the share of revenue generated by sales of the replica shirts that you as fans buy in store. The club's share of this revenue can range from 7 to 15%. And in fact, a 2016 study in the UK found that general Premier League club shirts sold at an average of about £49 a shirt, but cost less than £5 to produce, with clubs only making £3 in profit per shirt. And this actually debunks the myth that selling a bunch of shirts helps to fund the purchase of a player. It just doesn't work that way. But in Africa, things are a little less rosy. The biggest teams can get a share of revenue, but most teams either get a set amount of kit with no upfront fee, plus a little bit of the revenue when an agreed upon number of shirts are sold, or they have to buy the merchandise from the manufacturers. And this explains why players can't simply give shirts away. They are often working with a limited supply of shirts which they have to pay for, and giving a shirt to a fan costs the team money. But why don't teams manufacture their own shirts? Well, football teams are not clothing manufacturers. Firstly, there are costs associated with manufacturing a kit, such as research and development, marketing, sales, and then there's also the distribution problem. So, to wrap it all up, the European model doesn't always translate to Africa, and for many clubs, merchandise is an expense instead of a revenue source.